underway. The AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come. Fire.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on, 180. Come on, 45. Come on, D.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. I'm coming.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Really got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
To throw again. Full. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Full. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
And the Bears first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
61, matchbox lights.
The 5th year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Here we go. All day. Defense. All day.
On 1st and 10, Falk. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. A first down carry for Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. On the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Ready. Go.
Ball. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Here we go.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ready. Mike by four. Watch the slant. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Let's go. Ready.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Check three, check three, check three. Watch the eye. Check the hot three. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Sit up. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
They'll give it here to Brown. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
General West.
Falk looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Check 26, check 26. Wait, Dad.
To throw is Cousins. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right there. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. Man up, deep.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. So don't say nothing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike to 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. The horse. 59 Mike. 59.
They'll run with Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man, his field, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
45. We own it. We own it.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got? You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Wide, get wide.
To throw, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
3 down, 3 down. Check. Let's Yellow.
Cousins again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Adam Thielen, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Let's go. 8, read. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Wild Bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Faulk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, let's go. 55. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
It's Faulk out of the gun. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, switch gears.
Davis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Davis. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
From the shotgun, here's Faulk. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Falk now, a first down throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago! Riley Ridley, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Wait,
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
You don't want it. Wait, the hot. 58 to Mike.
Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing solid.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Check 45 to Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain. Out, 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 out. What's that? Check Mike 45, check Mike 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. What's that?
They'll run it with Madison. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14.
You go.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Watch the run, watch the run. What's that? Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on second and 14. Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Look at me, zipper. 54 Mike, 54 Mike.
They'll run it here with Brown.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Set, 8-3. 54. Tighten up. Pull it together.
On first down, it's Falk. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Falk. This one left side caught by Patterson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And the Bears first down.
Ready, set. 54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check me out. Switch.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, lock it. You ain't got nothing. Check. Now.
Here's Falk. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Let's go now. AT Gator. 54. Protein spill. Slam.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins gives way to Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Mike, 45. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face.
Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, Falk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Cousins. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down now, it's Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Ready?
On second down, Davis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Delta. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Operating from the gun. Fulk. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Fulk now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fulk. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ringo. Hey, watch that.
On second down, it's Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
They'll run it here with Pirine. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Push him back. Push him back. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. 1, 2.
On 2nd and 9. Falk. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go.
On 3rd down, Falk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Listen to me. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On play action, Cousins is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine.
Throwing, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
What's the run? They're running it. Shoot! Shoot! Leave it. Ring up 48. Hey! 5-7.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Put him on the
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
On second down, Cousins again. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Cousins on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
45 for Mike. I got you. Black. 45. Mike, 45. He's counting me.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Now Cousins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie. 55, Mark, 55. I got you.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
You don't see me in your nightmare. Check, 55.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty